Hello and welcome to Not Fake News. Article out of PJ Media. Bill Maher called Ivanka President Trump's daughter wife. Bill Maher is concerned that President Trump tweeted a defense of his daughter's fashion line rather than take the time for a security briefing. That's probably a lie. But to express his concern, he went on the line and called Ivanka Trump the president's daughter wife. This offensive joke about incest is beyond inappropriate. Share on Facebook if you think this joke was so awful.
Is it worse than you thought? Is it better than you thought? Where are we?
It's somehow exactly what we thought, and yet 10 times worse. Because it wasn't like we weren't sick of him by the time he got elected. I mean, it had been going on for a year and a half.
Yes.
And Donald Trump does not wear well. I mean, you cannot keep up with the number of crazy things he says.
Look how skinny Bill's getting. Doesn't look like he's doing very well. And everything that he's saying is actually what's happening and how we feel about them. Sickening. We're done. Move on. Get a different career. Retire. You're old. And you, Van, you're history, man. You suck.
Just today. Okay, well, we're taping this. Right, the day before. Yesterday, I meant. It's all about him throwing a fit because his daughter wife had... We say daughter wife, Reverend... No, on that one. Christy he was okay with, but this one, the yellow flag.
Look at that.
Ivanka had her jewelry taken out of department stores. So, like, when he's supposed to be getting the intelligence briefing, he's tweeting about this. I mean, there's more than I can almost handle on a weekly basis of the crazy stuff, the stuff that's just made up. The murder rate is the highest in 47 years. The press doesn't cover terrorism. This just happened since my last show. I mean, this would be enough for an entire administration.
Okay, thanks so much for that one, Bill. All right, I got another story here. House Dems ponder whether ICE raids linked to White House anger over Ninth Circuit by Bridget Johnson. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents arrest Luis Alondro Villegas, 31, was released from local custody December 31st, 2016, after being detained for driving while intoxicated on January 27th, 2017, in New York. A Southern California lawmaker floated the theory that the series of immigration and customs enforcement raids across the Los Angeles area Thursday were intended to distract from the Trump administration loss at the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals over its travel ban executive order. Protesters demonstrated outside ICE offices on Thursday night after activists reported raids during the day in which 100 people or more were taken into custody. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, deportation offices conduct enforcement actions every day and around the country. Here in Southern California, as part of the agency's ongoing efforts to uphold public safety and border security, our operations are targeted and leave-driven, prioritizing individuals who pose a risk to our community, ICE told Constantly Broadcasting Shit News. Examples would include known street gang members, child sex offenders, and deportable foreign nationals with significant drug trafficking convictions. To that end, ICE's routine immigration enforcement actions are ongoing, and we make arrests every day. That's what they say. At a House Democratic Caucus retreat in Baltimore today, Representative Linda Sanchez, vice chair of the caucus, said the timing of it is quite curious. He would never do anything like that, chimed a caucus chair rep, Joe Cowley. The president would never do anything like that. Sanchez said she got word initial reports of raids took place in California in Downey, which was outside my city, Santa Clara. and I believe San Bernardino County. We are looking into them. We understand that there are more than 100 people that were detained, that physically were removed from their homes and taken into custody. We don't know much more than that right now, so we're waiting for news to trickle down, she said. And somebody cynically suggested, although I'm not suggesting that perhaps on the heels of a tremendous opinion by the Ninth Circuit, which I think upholds the values of this country and makes clear the separation of power in the system of checks and balances, that perhaps on the heels of that was done intentionally to try and take attention away from the big loss by the Trump administration on what they want to do and what they want to turn America into, Sanchez added. Crowley said, the timing is interesting, to say the least. But I want to say this as well. I don't think Linda, nor I, nor any Democratic member of the House of Senate, or just about anyone in the United States would defend anyone who is being deported because they have violated a law in a felony form or pose a threat to our nation, he added. Right. We just don't know enough about who the targets were in this. Our experience in the past has been that many families have been torn apart by similar raids in the recent years. So until we have more information, it's very difficult for us to make those observations. But in light of how the president does react in terms of when times don't go so great for him, a distraction, take attention away from a loss, an incredible, important loss, but a win for the people of the United States, that the Constitution and its values still stand, Crowley said. Several dozen people were swept up in Georgia raids Thursday with Sarah Owens, chairwoman of the Georgia-Alabama chapter of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, saying ICE is now going after people with traffic offenses instead of prioritizing violent crimes. That is a lie. They are using what limited resources they had on things they considered to be important. What was the best way to keep the country safe, she said. Now it's going to be more like a fire hose. It's going to go everywhere. Okay, then. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the bell after you subscribe so you'll be one of the first to get our new breaking stories as they come out. And if you like what we're doing here at Not Fake News, please like our video. It's very important to us, and I really appreciate the likes. Thanks so much, and see you next time at Not Fake News.